Hello, Dave here with Best Local Results. My website is bestlocalresults.com. On this YouTube channel and also on the website, I teach local business owners how to do their own SEO, their local business SEO, so that they can show up in the Google Maps 3-pack as well as in the regular organic section on local business searches. Now, today's topic I'm excited about. It's a really important thing to understand in local SEO. It's domain authority as it applies to local business websites. Um, just for a textbook answer by the people that create the measurement domain authority, I mean, who knows better than them, right? I'm going to link to Moz.com, their article below this YouTube video, so you can read if you want how they describe how their algorithm works and how they come up with the measurements that they come up with. What this video is on is what are the practical things that we can do as local businesses that can increase our domain authority. And so that's what I'm going to be focused on in this video. Okay, here we are on my website, bestlocalresults.com. And I just want to point out for you, I have this article on the website that's entitled What Factors Determine Domain Authority. So this is a bird's eye view of everything that we're going to mention and talk about in this video. And it's a great resource for you. I'll link it below in the description of this video. As you get into each of the areas that this article focuses on, there'll be a link like this one that takes you to a whole article that teaches you how to do each of the steps that these are talking about. So again, this article here will be a great resource for you. So let's go over really quick the practical things that I've learned from experience over the years, the 5 practical areas that really help build your domain authority um, in local SEO on local business website. So the first is here we're going to talk about is the relevance and quality of the content on your website. So we'll get into that more in just a minute. The next thing is how you interlink the pages on your website. This is super powerful. I've found it through my experience, and I've heard lots of other experts say that if you interlink your website properly, you need a lot less external links linking to your site to get the same domain authority. So very, very powerful. The next area is quality relevant social signals. The best social signals, obviously, is getting your clients to fill out a Google review or share a page of your website um, on their social media. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Structured data, we'll just touch on lightly in this video or it would make the video too long, but this is super, super powerful. Again, I have a whole article on that. So we'll come back to that in this video and just touch on it a little more in a minute. And then authoritative backlinks. This along with the interlinking on your website are the main things that really build the domain authority of a local business website. So let's start back over. What do I mean when I say the relevance and quality of the content on your website? Let's talk first about the quality. There's a lot of people that build local business websites that just write really poor quality. Some of them even use like AI or spun content, especially if it's not the home page or the location pages, but just on internal pages in the website, they just do really crappy content. Um, the search engine, especially Google, their technology is a lot smarter than it used to be. It knows exactly what sentences mean. It knows whether it's good spelling or good grammar, whether it's well written, and they can tell by the interaction on the page of the customer whether or not it was engaging and interesting to read. So you want to write really good content, on your page. Um, the internal pages are mainly for the search engines, even though a lot of people, probably your customers won't actually read those. They may. Um, so it really needs to be good content. Okay, let's talk about what do I mean by the relevance of your page. What I mean is the way um, the domains, uh, here, the URL of the page. As I hover over the tab, you'll see what pops up is the title tag of the page, um, the title, the H1 title of the page, each of your subtitles, your subtitles, and then the actual paragraph text of the page. All of that uh, needs to be relevant and done properly, or Google will also consider your content poor quality and off topic, and it'll affect your domain authority. So, because it'll affect your ability to rank, which is will affect your domain authority. So, just to briefly talk about what I'm talking about there, when Google looks at a page, the first thing that they look at is the URL when they're trying to figure out what the page is about. The second thing they look at is the title tag. The third thing is the H1 tag. Then they go to each of your H2, H3, H4, your subtitles, and then they look at the paragraph text on the page. And so um, the three things that talk about what your page is about, the URL, the title tag, and the H1 tag, all need to say exactly what that page is about. And everything on that page needs to fit exactly within what those say the page is about. You don't want to make your URL, the words in your URL and in your title tag and in your H1 tag identical, the identical keywords, mix it up a little bit, but all of them need to perfectly describe what your page is about. And then each of your H2 tags need to perfectly fit within what the H1 of your page is about. And if you have what I sometimes call subcategories, your H2s or your H3s or your H4s, like for example, your H3 uh, title tags or subtitles, they need to all be fit perfectly within what the H2 above it is about. And then all of your paragraph text, either under the main title of your page or under each of the subtitles, they need to fit specifically within what the subtitle, they need to be exactly about what the subtitle or title above them says that text is going to be about. That's what I'm talking about, with one other caveat, and that is all of your pages need to be about either your industry or your location or both, so that your whole website is relevant to what you're trying to be relevant for, which is your industry and your location. So that's all we're going to go over with on that there. Again, how to actually do that. If you click on this link right here, this text here talks about that in a general overview. But if you click on this article, it takes you to an article that walks you through step by step and makes it really super clear and tells you how to all do this. This stuff might sound overwhelming and complicated if you're new to it, but it's really not hard. You can do this. Okay, let's move on. The next section is the way that you interlink your pages. Internal linking on a website and external backlinks. Those are the two areas that affect domain authority the most. That's what the Moz.com, their algorithm, they deal with over 40 factors, obviously, but it's that those are the two that really are the biggest part of the domain authority measurement and affect it the most. The only thing I want to say about interlinking, again, there's an article here, how to boost your uh, local rankings through silo structure interlinking. You're going to want to click on that and go to that article, and it again walks it through this whole thing really, really simple. But the main thing for the purpose of this website that I want to say on interlinking is if you create a proper silo structure and interlink your pages in that structure properly, it'll do two things for you, which both help your domain authority. And these are really, really important, so pay attention. The first is you can all of the different keywords that you're targeting on all of the pages in your silo structure. You can literally, if you create a silo structure and interlink property, you can literally focus all of that authority for those keywords, your ability to show up for those keywords onto either your location page or your homepage if you're a single location business. What does that mean? It means instead of like a blog where if you write an article on a subcategory of brake repair, like brake repair, uh, uh, fluid flush, if you write an article on that, instead of that page showing up for brake repair fluid flush, still your home page or your location page, whatever you target it to show up, it'll be the location of the homepage that'll show up. And why do you want that to be the case? Because um, it's going to be your uh, homepage if you're a single business website, or your location page that is going to be the highest converting page. Those are going to be the pages that are written to get people to call you on the phone or drive down to your business the most. And so those are the pages, and they'll touch on everything that your website is about. And so that's really the page that you want to show up for a local business on in the various search terms. And so a proper silo structure will make that happen. Rewind that explanation if I said it all too quickly and it was confusing at all, because that's really powerful. Anyway, it's super exciting and really helps with both your domain authority and ranking and conversion. Okay, this number two is, I mentioned this earlier, but if you interlink properly, you really uh, eliminate the need for a lot of external links to get the same domain authority. So that's all and that's again super, super powerful. Read this article, How to Boost Local Ranking Through Silo Structure Interlinks, to learn exactly how to do that and learn more about it. So that's all I'm going to say on the interlinking of the website. Let's move on to quality, relevant social signals. Social signals are like when somebody shares a page of your website, or even a social signal would be when they leave you a Google review. Your Google business profile is a social media site in effect. Um, and so you want to have a program when you a way to know when your customers are super happy, preferably while they're in your office if they come into your office. And if they are happy, you want to have like what I've seen a lot of businesses do is a little form that you hand them. Hey, I'm glad you're happy. I'm so glad to hear that. Would you mind leaving us a Google review and then sharing, like we talk about on this little card, this page that talks about the services that we did for you on your social media, and say something good about us. You need a program where right while they're in your office, if they're in their office, or if you're talking to them on the phone while you have them on the phone, um, that just walks them through exactly how you want them to leave the review, what keywords you want them to mention in the review, which will generally be your business name and the services you did for them. That really helps huge in the Google Maps 3-pack, and then also sharing it on your social media sites. So hopefully that uh, is clear. I don't have an article yet on that topic to link to, but if you watch this article, that's one that I'll be writing where I'll go into a lot more depth and break that down in the future. Okay, structured data. Structured data is HTML code. If you look right here, this image shows some HTML code that you insert. If you're a single local business, you insert it in the header of your website or in an iframe on one of your local, like each of your location pages if you're a multi-location website. And it basically, what it does, and I have an article that, again, how to do schema markup for local SEO that walks you through. Again, it sounds complicated. You don't have to be a coder to be able to do this. There's tools that'll create the code for you, and all you gotta do is copy and paste it. It's really not that hard. Don't let it overwhelm you, but it's super powerful. And basically, what it does is for Google or the search engine to see the complete picture of who you are on the internet. They not only need to see your website, they need to see all of your main and most powerful business directory and social media profiles that you're on. They need to see your Google business profile and your Bing and your Yahoo profiles. They need to see um, they need to know your name, address, and phone number, see where that's verified on the website. They need to link to things about your industry and your location that tie them to that, your YouTube channel, again, all that sort of stuff. And you can identify all of those things in your structured data. And again, that this is code, and it might sound, oh, how do I do that? It's so complicated. Again, there's tools that'll do it for you. You just fill out a form and it creates it. Super easy. You copy and paste it. So I won't go into any more of that. Just know that structured data is super important at giving the search engines a full and complete picture and make you relevant, which to what you're trying to show up under, which helps your rankings and therefore your indirectly your domain authority. Okay, and finally, um, the other powerhouse, again, stressing that the interlinking and the exterior links from other websites to your website, those are the two areas that are the most powerful. I've got an article here, how to increase your domain authority with backlinks in local SEO. We'll go to that page. And basically, to do this, there's a few basic parts. You're going to build a high authority, what I call a high authority digital footprint, which is, again, your most powerful directory listing and social media profiles that link to your website. And I talk about that here on this article. And I even link to another article that goes into it in even more specific depth. And then getting industry and city related websites like a city magazine or an industry magazine um, to do contextual links to your website. Super, super powerful. I talk about how to do that in this section. And then again, I link even to another article that's even more specific on how to. And then once you've done both of those, you want to sign up for a month or so of using either Ahrefs or SEMrush and search the backlinks on your competitors that are outranking you in the 3-pack and in the regular organic section and see what relative to your city or industry backlinks they have, or just what backlinks in general that are high authority that they have that you don't have, that you can get, and get those backlinks as well. That's super, super powerful in this part. And then finally, this can be really spammy, but as long as you do it correctly, it can also be very legitimate and extremely powerful. It's got to be done right. And that's, in some cases, it makes sense to build your own websites that link to your site, building private blog networks. And I have a whole article on that, on how to do it the correct way. So that's pretty much it. Okay, well, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something. I hope it was a benefit to you.
Again, if you like this kind of content, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell so you'll be notified when we do future videos. And probably the most important thing is like the video and share it with your friends that are interested in this topic, both on your social media and also emailing it to them. That really helps us get the word out. So appreciate it. We'll talk to you in the next video.